as Paul mentioned, Sync is our connectivity platform that will grow and expand over time, that allows you to bring your mobile devices into the car and operate them hands-free using Bluetooth connectivity and voice commands to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road. So this is the Sync system with My Ford Touch, and the connectivity really starts in the media hub in the center console, where we have 2 USB ports, an SD card slot for your navigation data, and 3 RCA jacks for audio and video playback, of course from the vehicles in park only. And I have my iPhone connected and I'm playing music through the USB port, and I also have a wireless 3G USB broadband modem that's connected to the internet. And this allows you to bring the devices that you already have into the car that are compatible with the 4G or LTE networks that will evolve, and then create a Wi-Fi hotspot in the car. So for all of your passengers, you connect your devices like your iPads, your smartphones, and your gaming systems in the car. So My Ford Touch is really the 8-inch touchscreen that's located in the center stack, and you can see the primary functions: entertainment, phone, navigation, and climate control were organized in a very simple and easy to use way. But voice control is really evolving, where it's starting to become the primary interface in the car to minimize driver distraction. So for example, I have all of my music on my iPhone and I want to listen to the artist Coldplay.
Please say a command.
Play artist Coldplay.
Playing artist Coldplay.
Then Coldplay will begin to play on the system, and you can see the album cover art from the phone is transferred on to the screen. And then up to 10,000 voice commands the system can recognize at the first level. So play artist, play album, play genre, play playlist. Any of the content that I have on my device, I can access via my voice. So instead of reaching down, I can stay focused on the driving task. In addition, moving on to phone, the phone book automatically downloads to the car every time I enter, and we even transfer photos. So there's a picture of my wife. It's transferred from the phone. That's not her real phone number, but if I wanted to call her,
please say a command.
Call Aisha, my wife.
Calling Aisha, my wife, on cell.
So it will initiate a phone call just from right at the first level. So it's not her real phone number. So the other great feature is the one-shot destination entry for navigation. Instead of typing the entire address into the screen, I can just use voice commands. So we're simulating that we're in Washington, D.C., that's the U.S. Capitol, and I would like to route to the White House.
Please say a command.
Find a street address.
In District of Columbia, say a street address including the city.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington.
When ready, press the voice button and then say set as destination, or say change something.
So 10,000 voice commands right at the first level, and the user doesn't have to memorize 10,000 commands, but we want the system to be flexible and adaptable. So instead of saying find a street address, I can say destination street address. So we have, they're called aliases, so they're synonyms for the different things that you can say. I give examples from entertainment, phone, and navigation. Also the climate control system, you can say set temperature 64 degrees. And the great thing about Sync is that it's a platform that can grow and evolve over time. So as new features become available, it could be a free download, and they've already done this in the United States. So we mentioned emergency assistance. So if the vehicle is in an accident, if your airbag deploys, Sync is already connected to your mobile phone. It will call 112 directly on your behalf. And then in Europe, 112 connecting directly to the call center is an advantage. It's not going through a third-party operator. But sorry, thought he was coming this way. But in Europe, Sync will also support multilingual support. So if a German driver is driving in France and an airbag deploys, the Sync system will speak to the driver in German, the language that they selected, but will speak to the emergency assistance operator in French and say, in French, an accident has occurred in a Ford vehicle at this GPS location. So at a minimum, if the two cannot understand each other, the emergency operator knows the type of vehicle and the location, so they can deploy emergency services directly. And so features will evolve over time, such as AppLink that we've offered in the U.S. So connecting the applications on your mobile phone to the sync system, so you can control your applications using voice commands and car controls, all to minimize driver distraction and keeping your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the roads. That's the broad overview. So that's what's here today, and we'll come to Europe in 2012, and then we'll work to deliver the things in the EVOS concept in the future.